It is a puzzle. If nearly everyone is renting, who then owns the apartment complexes that seem to be springing up everywhere? The same report reviewed that much of the formal property market is speculative. 3/4, which is 75% of the apartment buyers, do so in order to rent them out, and a further 16% purchase them in order to make a flip, which is to sell them again quickly at a profit. Only 9% of the apartments bought in Nairobi are bought by people who intend to live in them, who are actually owner-occupiers in technical speak. The rise of the property prices in Kenya has defiled basic economics, mostly because valuation is not based on logical calculations on returns on investments, but out of speculative tendencies by greedy landowners. There is a huge house deficit in Kenya, maybe even bigger than the reports suggest. But it is vital to understand that the type of housing that is needed. Affordable houses for the low and very low end of the market are the kind of houses that are needed. They are almost not available in the current market, with investors and developers focusing on the middle to upper market, which is now creating an oversupply for that sector of the market. People seem not to understand what is going wrong. Everybody keeps saying that there is a huge deficit of houses. There is a need of over 250,000 houses annually, when only 50,000 houses are built. So when supply does not meet market, then prices tend to keep going up. The rule of supply and demand has been used inappropriately in the property market in Kenya. The truth is that there is a very high demand for housing, maybe even more than the 250,000 houses per year as stated. Despite what appears to be construction boom at face value, only around 7,400 residential units were completed in Nairobi in 2015, according to Kenya National Bureau of Statistics data. Highest priced, even so, more than 80% of the supply is for the upper to middle class of the economy, and high income got that 5% of the properties. So only 2% of the low income were able to get that share of the properties, despite the fact that they are the ones that are in need of the housing. Meanwhile, prices in the formal housing market in Nairobi are nearly 3 times higher than what they used to be in the years 2000. It is an astonishing property boom that means Nairobi is now obviously the highest priced city in Africa, followed by Cape Town, according to the Knight Frank Prime Global Cities Index. This has inevitably fueled speculation that the city's real estate industry is really accounted for money laundering and stashing illicit proceeds of corruption, drug trafficking, and the like. There certainly seems to be a disconnect between the value of the property and the reality of the average wage earner. For example, to obtain a mortgage on the lowest priced property, a borrower would need a minimum of 1 million Kenya shillings a year of formal income, which is basically 84,000 Kenya shillings per month. However, more than 3/3 of households in Kenya earn less than 22,500 a month, or rather they earn less than 270,000 a year. A family that is earning 22,500 a month, which they are basically on the 75th income percentile, can afford a mortgage of up to 485,000 Kenya shillings. This means that a family purchasing a low-cost house, which is around 2 million, would need to earn well into the top percentile. But there is almost no properties available below 5 million Kenya shillings in Nairobi today. And because of the high interest rate, mortgage rates are 2 to 3 times what you'd be paying as rent. The mortgage market also in Kenya is extremely small. Basically, banks have tried to stay out of the property market, as much as possible. There is a little over 20,000 of the total active mortgages countrywide. So now the question would be, if this is the situation, then who is buying those upcoming projects, and why are the developers still putting up new buildings despite the obvious fact that there is low uptake of the houses? So in the next video, we want to dive into this and see who are really buying these properties, if this is the current situation in Kenya. Thank you so much for watching my video. Leave your comment on the comment section below, and connect with me on the social media links below the video.